Cause it could get personal and flip, and I ain't tryna deal with all that so I just keep it down on the list.
Hey guys, welcome back to my transplant series. If you haven't already, go ahead and make sure that you check out part 1 of my transplant series. I discuss how to emotionally support someone that has a chronic illness going through going through a transplant. That's gonna be linked below. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into part 2. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing accepting that you're disabled and accepting that your family member is now disabled. They're going to be limited to the things that they can do. So so in part 1 we discussed emotionally supporting someone going through a chronic illness. So now it's time for them to accept the fact that they're disabled. Y'all, it took me maybe like a year and a half to just accept the fact that I wasn't going to be able to do the things that I was able to do before. It took me so long to get a handicap placard, one of the stickers that you hang up in your car to park closer. It took me so long to get that. My mom would be like, you need to go ahead and ask your doctor for the paper, you need to, and it just took me the longest because it's something hard. So what you need to do is you basically need to accept the fact that you're disabled. Your family member taking care of someone, you have to accept that also. You have to now notice that there are things that they won't be able to do. There are things that they're limited in doing. And it goes back to patience. You're going to have patience with them because some days they're going to have harder days than others, accepting the fact that they can't do these things. And sometimes we will try. We will be like, you know what, I got it. But you know, it's just us struggling with ourselves. Like, we can do it, but sometimes we need help. So you're gonna need to accept that, and they're gonna need to accept it. And ways that they can accept it, they're just gonna have to deal with it. It's as easy as having a conversation. Well, you know, just being honest with them. Well, you know you can't do the things that you were able to, you know, or let them do limited amounts. Like if they are used to driving the whole way, let them drive halfway. You know, if they want to cook something, let them cook the rice or whatever. Just do it within limited quantities, and basically understand that they are limited, and understand that they will have to acknowledge the fact that they can't do too much. They have to do with what's within their means. So we're going to discuss once you're able to accept the fact that you're disabled, you're gonna need to file for disability insurance. Yeah, so basically disability insurance is basically an insurance from the government or your job that helps you because you can no longer work. So they send you a check monthly. So with me, I was working when I got sick, so I did have short-term and long-term disability on my job that I was at. So that helped me a lot. Guys, if you're watching this video and you're not disabled, make sure that you get that short-term and long-term disability. Make sure that you also get life insurance. Make sure that you take advantage of the insurance because it's important. You never know what can happen. You just never know, and it's better safe than sorry. But anyway, so I did have the short-term and long-term. So when I got sick, I used the short-term first, and then when we noticed that I wasn't getting any better, we went ahead and utilized the long term, and then I had to file for Social Security disability, which I'm on that now. So basically, when applying for this process, you also need to be there for your family members, because it's not going to be a easy process. Sometimes people apply and get approved right away. Sometimes people apply and it take maybe a year or two to get it, and that's in my case. They straight up denied me when I applied, and I'm on oxygen and everything, and they denied me. They like, girl, you are denied. So that was stressful. But again, it goes back to, I said that I had the insurance from my job, so that was still paying while I was waiting for that. But sometimes people don't have that option, so they're not getting any monies at all. So it's hard when they deny you and stuff like that, and then you have to get lawyers and stuff like that. But most of the time that's not the case, but most of the time it is a waiting game. So you're gonna have to be patient, and you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. You might have to move in with someone might have to move in with you. Being sick, you learn to not be selfish at all, and it's selfish in all parts always, but ability. So make sure that you apply for that if you haven't already, and accept it. And it's gonna be a long ride. Just have patience, and it goes back to you, the first part of the video, having that rock or whatever it is to get you through it. And so 2 is accepting that you're disabled, accepting that your family member is disabled, and may be limited to things that they haven't been limited to do before. So if you guys have any questions, or if you would like to put any information down below, then go ahead and leave your comments. I am responding to everyone's comments from part 1. Thank all of you guys for the information that you're sharing with me, and just the positive comments and thoughts, because it's not easy for me to discuss this. Sometimes I contemplate on how much to put out, just because I don't like a lot of people in my area. But guys, don't forget to thumbs up. Stay tuned for part 3 of the series. I'm gonna be discussing the process in getting listed. I know I told you guys that was gonna be the second part, but we needed to go ahead and cover accepting the fact that you're disabled, and the disability insurance. Make sure that you apply for that. Make sure also that because you're disabled now, make sure that you apply for everything that you can qualify for, okay? Your girl got her Obama phone. I ain't playing. I applied for food stamps, even though they didn't really approve me, but for $20. But you know what? We're not even going to discuss that. But just make sure that you're utilizing the help that your state provides, because it's going to help you out a lot, even though some of us, we don't really want to accept the help. But make sure that you utilize that. And if you guys have any questions, put them down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.